The Duchess of Drama, the Queen of Curated Poise, and apparently Paris Fashion Week's most frozen facial expression. Yes, Meghan made her Balenciaga debut in a dramatic white cape. But it wasn't the cape that got people talking, it was the face. The expression that looked equal parts robotic and slightly terrified. So today we are diving into what really went on, from her stiff smile to her infamous air kiss fail, and what her body language might secretly be saying. Let's get to the crunch. But first, this is your friendly reminder to hit the subscribe button. It really does help our channel to grow and blossom.
Yeah.
Picture this. The marble floors of Balenciaga's Paris runway, the flashes of cameras, the hum of couture chaos. And in walks Meghan Markle in pristine white, tailored to perfection, draped in a cape that screamed, "I am above you all." We could questionably say she looked the part, but the face didn't match the outfit. It was tense, rigid, almost clenched. Even the smile seemed glued on, as if she was holding her breath between camera flashes. One Redditor said, "I've never seen anyone make walking look so hard." And you know what? They weren't wrong. One critic called it everything from shell-shocked to emotionally constipated. Ouch. But behind every facial freeze is a story. When someone's jaw tightens whilst they're smiling, it often signals inner tension or suppressed emotion. The body is literally holding something in. And Meghan's mouth corners barely moved. Her smile never reached her eyes. That's a classic telltale sign of someone performing warmth rather than feeling it. Now, that doesn't mean she's evil. Maybe she's looking for a part in the next Disney film to play the evil queen. Maybe that is what this was all about. But what it does mean is it means she's guarded. And that guard was up so high you could practically see it through the cape. Her gait, slow, deliberate, almost mechanical, shoulders back, chin slightly lifted, like she's memorized her own choreography. She's definitely been practicing this walk, that's for sure. That posture screams control. The arms were very stiff. Minimal swing, a classic sign of self-consciousness. But when people feel slightly judged, they do instinctively restrict movement, trying to shrink the risk of missteps. So instead of walking into the moment, Meghan looked like she was walking through a minefield of imagined criticism. Ultimately, which has become real criticism because the whole thing was so very ridiculous. She's in fashion's capital, but the body language whispered, "Don't mess up. Don't give them anything to laugh at." It is so hard not to laugh at Meghan Markle because we know how mean she is. But all right, anyway, we can tell that's what she was trying to do here. Then the pièce de résistance, that awkward air kiss with designer Pier Pablo Piccioli, I think we would pronounce it. I'm not Italian or into fashion that much. She leaned in too quickly. He moved in slower, and boink, their faces collided. It was a split second, but in body language, a split second speaks volumes. Now, the real problem is, he is obviously very conscious of everything he does. That's why he's wearing dark glasses at night inside. He is wearing sunglasses. And that can only suggest to us that he is very conscious of how he looks. So this boinky nose scenario between him and Meghan must made him die inside. He must have wanted the world to open up and swallow him whole at that point. No amount of sunglasses are going to hide your disappointment with that interaction. Her smile vanished instantly, replaced with a tight-lipped grimace, and you could see her shoulders tense, her jaw lock, her eyes blink a fraction too long, a textbook micro-expression of embarrassment and social anxiety, which we can all quite understand because it was very embarrassing. That someone hyper-aware of every frame that might be spun online. And yet, the irony, that every moment became a headline that she was trying to avoid. Every moment has become a cringe moment. This is Meghan Markle's where she really excels, how to make things extra cringe. So let's decode that facial stiffness, shall we? In psychology, a masked smile, lips move, eyes stay frozen, often appears when someone's feeling inauthentic or emotionally disconnected from the setting. Now, for someone whose MO or whose brand is based on authenticity, the inauthenticity at Paris Fashion Week from Meghan Markle is astounding. It's astounding. It's the smile we use when we want to appear gracious, but we're actually tense, unsure, or even defensive. Now imagine that under 1,000 flashbulbs. Add that her history with the press, the criticism, the mockery, all merited, nonetheless. And it's no wonder her body's defense mechanism has kicked in. The cape wasn't just a fashion choice, it was symbolic armor, I believe. So, of course, the internet did what it does best. Within hours, social media was flooded with memes. Why does she look like she's buffering? Is she auditioning for Madame Tussauds? I think actually her waxwork figure in Madame Tussauds looks more realistic than Meghan at Paris Fashion Week. She looks so frozen. Reddit threads lit up with analysis that could rival an FBI debrief. One user wrote, "The wildest look on her face, bottom teeth showing, like she's trapped mid-blink." And some fans defended her, just saying, "She's just overwhelmed." When you build your brand around being authentic and your face looks like you're running Windows 95, people will notice the glitch. Meghan's whole post-royal identity is rooted in empowerment, authenticity, and ease. But body language doesn't lie. When your shoulders are tight, your jaw clenched, your eyes aren't matching your smile, the message your body is sending is, I'm performing, not living. And that's the paradox of Meghan Markle. She talks about being real, but she often looks rehearsed. That's why people can't look away. Because deep down, we're all trying to decode the gap between what she says and what her body reveals. So was it nerves, pressure, or just really, really bad Botox? I'm kidding. Kind of. Maybe Meghan Markle wasn't faking it. Maybe she was just exhausted from keeping it together. But the truth is, in an age where authenticity is the new currency, even the smallest crack in the porcelain image becomes meme gold. So next time she steps out in couture, let's hope she leaves the emotional armor at home and lets the cape, not the tension, do the talking. Because right now, Meghan's face is saying a lot, even when it says nothing at all. Let's look at some of the comments. Someone said, she's strutting like a model, but dressed like Peter O'Toole in Lawrence of Arabia. There's so many internet memes about this cape scenario. The thing that I found most irritating about it was the cape and the suit underneath are not the same shade of white, and it really is just slight difference in the shades of white, and it really bothered me. It really did make it look like she just threw on a cape over a white outfit that she already had, which is a shame. If she was really going to go for something purpose made to go together, it would have been the same color of white, but it wasn't. It frustrated me. Anyway, someone else said the devil wears Balenciaga. Now, why Meghan chose, I don't know why. I guess it's not a choice. She doesn't have a choice. To associate with one of the brands that has the worst reputation due to there was a sort of disgraceful advertising campaign that they did in which children were objectified. It was all a bit seedy. So Balenciaga for me is still associated with that. I cannot get that out of my head. It's tarnished. And this is the brand that she's decided to go and see. Or not decided. Maybe this is the only brand that would accept her going to their show. Maybe that's what it is. I really think that's what it is. She's once again scraping the barrel with her choices here. Someone else said, at least she's giving us all a good laugh. And we have got to thank her for that, because it is a good giggle when Meghan Markle steps out of the house. You've got to admit that. For all of us. She can't do something just normally. She can't be normal. It's got to be weird in some way. And that is why we all get such weird pleasure out of watching her and having a little giggle. Hit like if you think Meghan's face was stiffer than your ironing board. and tap the notification bell so you don't miss a future episode. Hit subscribe to help our channel grow, and we will see you down in the comments.